everyone. We are live. Thank you for joining the Top Rope Squishy Show. It was a little hectic getting here. I had my guest that you should all be familiar with at this point, Mr. Sunny Midnight. I had him waiting for me. So thank you. Thank you for waiting. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing good. See, now I get to feel good for once because now usually I'm rushing at the end, putting it together. I'm sitting here going, hold on. Let me get my mic together. And like, then you sitting there waiting on me. I'm like, dang, I done did this to her again. And this time I'm on time perfectly and I got to wait.
And I'm late because, now I have to be at work twice a week. And it's never a Thursday, but when I have to commute home on a Thursday, I'm literally like, oh my God, am I going to make it? So
how long is the commute?
My commute is 2+ hours each way.
Are you serious?
Like a heart attack. Yeah, super serious. And yeah.
See, stuff like that makes me happy. I work from home.
No, and I had that deal for 2 years straight. And then when, it seemed like COVID wasn't really attacking like that, they decided to make it a hybrid schedule. So now you have to come in a few days a week. So, and yes, I miss the whole 100% work from home experience. It really is the best experience. And I really miss it. I really, really miss it.
I was reading an article about if the work from home experiment was a success, and they did in their reports, they found out that there were actually, what was it? I think they want to say 25 to 30% more productive, and their employees were happier, not having to, rush and do the morning rush and trying to get into the building on time and parking and gas and, everything of that nature. So, oh yeah, I definitely understand, man, because every time I get irritated with my job, I go, but you're not doing that.
Yes, and you be happy because let me tell you, that shit's no fun. I mean, I miss it. The days that I have to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning to catch a 6 o'clock bus. Yeah, it makes me regret everything. But anyhow, and I still got one more day tomorrow, but it's from home. So thank God. Hello to the people in the room. How are you guys doing? Thank you for joining. Please, if you're in here, hit that like button. I know y'all already subscribed, but if you watching this and you're not, what are you waiting for? Subscribe. And if you're not already subscribed to my homie right here, Sunny Midnight's page, hit that description. His links are in the description. You have no excuses.
What is it?
Midnight EXP17.
Hey, look at her. Finally got it right. Yeah, look at that. See? Hey, see, that 2-hour bus ride got your mind working right today.
I have to get my mind working well because at 8:30, people, I'm going to be on Off the Top Ropes podcast against Miss Courtney Holland, and we're going to be playing WrestleNary, which is an Off the Top Ropes original game, which is like a wrestling trivia, and it's going to be all about AEW. So if I get a lower score than Courtney, I will never live it down. But hey, anything can happen.
Wait, I want to be on that show. Hold on.
You gotta talk to Mr. Blackheart. You gotta talk to Mr. Blackheart. It's happening at 8:30. It's gonna be a lot of fun. It's multiple choice, and you basically just on a piece of paper write down the number. Some people do it on their phone, and that's how you let them know which one you picked. But we'll see. All right. Well, what did you think about Dynamite last night?
Oh, it was cool. I definitely dug it. There was a lot of things that I didn't expect. Didn't expect Jungle Boy to lose.
I did.
Oh, you did?
I had him losing. Yes, I had Kyle O'Reilly winning for shizzle.
I didn't think that they was going to give it to him. I mean, you know, because Jungle Boy is so much kind of higher up on the bracket for them.
Can you see that?
Oh, okay. Look at you. Well, I knew Britt Baker was winning. That was inevitable.
That's what I did. Britt Baker. Yeah, I had Baker winning Wardlow.
Yeah, I was. You know, yeah, I had Wardlow winning. I will say that Britt Baker promo at the end could have done without that, but yeah, that promo wasn't cutting it.
Really? I mean, she was in Pittsburgh, so you know that's Pittsburgh, and so obviously.
But it seemed like she was trying too hard.
Oh yeah, I mean, you know, when the crowd doesn't give you the reactions, then you start chasing the reactions, and that's, you know, and it did look a little bit like that, which was kind of strange because being that she was in Pittsburgh, which is her hometown, I would have thought, you know, she was going to get all the reactions, and she did, but when she started talking, she lost the crowd.
Well, see, and the thing was, she could have just kept it short and sweet, but like she tried to go into that "I'm a clown you" bit for a minute, and it wasn't landing.
No, it wasn't
like
landing.
it sounded like she was trying to figure it out as she was talking, and it was just like it wasn't coming off smooth.
Yeah, I thought it was a little awkward too. It should have been a few minutes shorter, and that way, it wouldn't have like fallen flat. Like she would have came out, she would have had the crowd. She beat, you know, I guess we're gonna talk about that match first. She beat Daniela Camella, who obviously was a.
Well, they booed.
Yeah, they booed her. And you know, she won, and it was great. She, you know, she did her finisher, her lockjaw finisher, and then she grabbed the mic, and that was fine. But I think 2 minutes, she could have just been like, "Thank you, Pittsburgh. I'm in my hometown. Here I am." You know, something nice, short.
Yeah,
sweet.
that's what I was thinking. I was thinking like, "Hey, Pittsburgh, we in here. You know, we're going through the Owen Hart challenge. We're gonna win. Pittsburgh #1. Get out." Like she tried to go into this whole like The Rock moment, and it was like,
yeah, it didn't work. It didn't work. And the match was okay. The match was good. I mean, I always enjoy Britt Baker matches, so I feel like she's one of those wrestlers that really sells her hits and when she takes a hit, she really sells it.
You know what? Britt Baker reminds me of Cody Rhodes in a sense. Yeah, she reminds me of as you go. There you go, Courtney. Well, hi, Courtney, and hi, Anna. I was meaning to say that for a while. But yeah, Britt is like, she's not exciting to watch in the ring depending on her opponent. As well, because when you have like a Thunder Rosa or someone that can bring the match up, she's gonna have a good match. If she has to carry the match, it's gonna be boring.
It's gonna be hard. Yeah, it's gonna be harder.
As well as the reason that I think the crowd is more into her though is because Cody refused to change. He refused to change from face to heel. She's a heel, so they like the badassery.
Yes,
but like I said, like wrestling ability wise, like if she could adopt Adam Cole's entire wrestling ability, she would be probably one of the greatest freaking wrestlers on earth. But you know, or wrestling personality period. But because it's mid, I see Jade overtaking
that. Taking the AEW Women's Championship.
No, like Britt, like to me, it's like Britt's one of the top. Yeah, Britt's one of the top of the mountains, along with Sheeta and Thunder Rosa. And I feel like Jade is gonna overstep her because in the ring she's more exciting.
Yeah, Jade's already getting there. I love really quickly. Let's just say it. I love Jade's evolution. I've been talking about her since before she debuted, and I kept telling people they're building her up. She's going to be something crazy. She's going to be something to watch out for. And sure enough, her promos are becoming more fire. Her character's becoming more intuitive. And her in-ring work is just, it shows that she's putting in all that freaking work. And I love it. I love it. And to me, Jade can do no wrong. So
Well, see,
I love
the
Jade.
thing with
I love
yeah,
Jade.
yeah, the thing with Jade, and I think it was like because she came in completely fresh, and you know how people like that fast food. They want their stuff instant. And
Yes.
because she wasn't like instantly a great wrestler, people are going, she's green, she
Yeah,
went,
exactly.
and it's like, I'm like, yo, first of all, forget the fact that she's green. Look at
Yeah,
her. Period. And
exactly.
then the talking was getting better. Then you could see the wrestling getting better. And now she's geared to be probably the number one wrestler on that show.
It's
I mean,
very,
well,
very
or women at least.
well, yeah. Besides Thunder Rosa, of course. But
She
of
might
course.
overtake Thunder Rosa.
I don't know about that. I don't know. Shh.
Thunder Rosa is so far. I'm not gonna let this go. No, you got to take this. You got to hear this. And so Thunder Rosa, incredible wrestler. Promos, hit or miss. She's very undersized. So the fact that Jade is this like gargantuan, she's everything that Charlotte Flair should be. Like Charlotte can't talk as good as Jade. She can wrestle better than Jade right now. But the moment that Jade becomes an even better wrestler, it's Charlotte who.
Exactly. I agree. And I think that I unfortunately am not looking forward to the Marina Shafir match against
That's
Jade.
because of that one match.
But that's why. That's why.
Like you haven't seen her on Dark?
No.
See, she's had plenty. Yeah, she's had plenty of matches on Dark where she looked like really good.
Yeah,
that match was with Sky Blue was so bad.
It just wasn't.
And so
it wasn't good.
Yeah, if you don't see like Elevation or Dark, you would not think if that was your first time seeing her, that was a bad first showing. So
it was
right now, like, oh really?
Yes, and that's why I'm not interested. I'm like, God damn, like Jade beat her ass, and let's move on to the next. That's how I feel. Yes, seriously, that's how I feel right now.
Here's how I feel about her. I feel like she. Oh no, I'm sorry. She's like she. Okay, so she brings something different. She looks like she brings this really serious character, and like the music is so melodramatic when she comes out as well. It's like she's just coming out to hurt people. She really has to show that in the ring. And with Jade, she better show that, or people are going to be asking for her to get Tony to kick out the company.
And she's definitely because every single move she's improved. Every single match that she's had, she's improved, and she's shown like one new thing. She keeps debuting something. So every match she debuts a move. And it's amazing. I just love it. I love it. So now, like when Jade, even though I'm not invested in the Marina Shafir match with Jade, I am looking forward to see what new thing Jade's gonna do. I swear.
Let me ask you this. So if that match and Courtney, yes, I do simp for Jade. I'm not no. I mean, that's the first time I even use that word. I don't even like that word. Yeah, I'm feeling Jade for real. Am I blowing up her DMs and stuff like that? No, I'm not like one of these suckers out here trying to look for attention. I'm not doing that. But regardless, so my question to you is, if Marina Shafir and Jade put on a banger of a match, right? I know I'm reaching, but if they put on a banger of a match, will that make you care about Marina Shafir?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I need to see something. Okay, and I said I was gonna do this, and then we got to move on. But I had spoken to Tone, and I was like, Julia Hart. Okay, her very last match. And why can't I remember who it was against? Why do I feel like it was against a big name? Can't remember who it was against. But
it wasn't Jade, was it?
No, it was not Jade. It was not Jade, and it was a few weeks ago. if y'all remember in the chat, help me out because y'all already know my memory is not so bueno. Anyway, she went up against somebody, and it was the first time that I was like, oh, she is doing something new. She's actually training because she did a couple of things and it looked a little better. And that's what I want to say, because I have been chewing Julia Hart up pretty much on every single show, but I'm very fair. Hey, Dominican Lou, I'm very fair. If I see improvement, if I see something different, I'm going to call it out too. I'm not just going to be here like, oh, she sucks all the time. No, the last match that she had on not Dark or Elevation, because I haven't been watching those, on Dynamite or Rampage, I just can't remember which one it was. She did really well. So I'll give her that. Maybe they're prepping her so that when she takes that off and she joins House of Black, which is what I'm thinking is going to happen, she'll actually be worthy somewhat of standing with them, because those three guys are fucking incredible.
Okay, so I would say just one little point with her is the fact that, okay, like he spit that mist in her eye like almost 2 months ago.
Yeah, so it's
so it was like, so I think that it's been a minute. So like the fact that they haven't consistent, like when you see her acting with an attitude and blah 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 blah, but she hasn't done much in front of everybody to go, oh yo, I appreciate it, Lou. And yeah, Majestic out now. Thank you, plug-in. But yeah, like
you better plug your album.
Oh yeah, Majestic on SoundCloud. You can still catch it. Midnight EXP 17, Sunny Midnight. You can look me up. We good. You can go on my profile pic and pick it up. Hey, it's good music.
Do it.
But
support.
No, yeah, indeed. Please, and share.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. All right, she needs to do something. Anyway, next.
Next. All right. So let's talk about the one match that you thought, because I only got one match wrong yesterday, and it was, believe it or not, the main event. So we'll get to that. But Kyle O'Reilly went up against Jungle Boy for the Owen Hart tournament. The match we were just talking about, Britt Baker versus Danielle, was for the Owen Hart tournament. And here's the men's match. I actually had Kyle O'Reilly winning. And the reason why is because Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus have actually been beating the Elite in matches with Christian Cage. And I'm like, on a one-on-one, they can let a tag champion take a loss to someone like a Kyle O'Reilly. And I'm like, they're going to move him forward, because they didn't just bring Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly in and Adam Cole to keep losing. So they're going to give him a win. And so when I saw this matchup, I thought about it for a while. Don't get me wrong. It's not like I sat there and was like, Kyle O'Reilly got this shit. No, I sat there and I was like, this is a tough one. And I had circled it, I had X'd it, I had circled it. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to stick with my gut. And that's what happened. Squishadamus was on point.
Okay, there we go. And I appreciate you, Anna and Courtney. Thank you. And yeah, you know what? I probably should have thought of it that way, because I was just thinking about in levels of who's more over. Right. But Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus and Christian have been wiping the floor with them for weeks. So it's like, yeah, they should get a win somewhere.
Exactly. Lovely lip glosses from my niece. Sunflowers and cherries. I'm always trying to support people.
It's like a lollipop.
Yes. It's so cool, right?
It's
man. It's a lip gloss, and she makes like earrings too. So these are little popcorn earrings.
Oh, yeah, I saw those before, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
And this is
you had the Game Boy. You had the Game Boy ones.
I do. I have Game Boy, and I have the Xbox controllers. And then she has like these that I wear for Squishadamus. This is a lollipop.
Man, y'all better keep them away from babies, man. They're gonna see that thing and be like, ooh, let me get that.
They're gonna try to eat it. You're gonna try to eat it. I gotta look at my notes, because there's a lot of talking points that happens also in this show. why don't we talk about, let's talk about Wardlow versus Butcher. Because I think right now I am most invested in the Wardlow versus MJF feud. Out of everything that's really happening in AEW, yes, I'm interested in what happens with Thunder Rosa's championship. I don't think she's losing it anytime soon, to be honest. Same thing with Jade. I don't think she's losing it yet, or anytime soon. I think Jade's gonna hold that championship for quite some time. You know, and there's like little storylines going on here and there. You have the Jericho storyline happening against, you know, Eddie Kingston and Proud and Powerful and whatever. But this story, the MJF versus Wardlow story, is a story that was building pre-Pinnacle. Wardlow has always been mistreated by MJF, and it's been chipping away at Wardlow for over a year. This is long-term storytelling. If I've ever seen one, it's here. And I'm super invested because I want Wardlow to kill MJF. And I love MJF as a heel. But the Butcher's match yesterday, when he came out, when they stopped him at the door, where the security stopped him, when Mike Sterling read the stuff to him and called him a pig, and then they put the cuffs on him, and now Wardlow, instead of getting angry, he's riding it along, and it's pissing off MJF even more, because he went oink oink bitch, you know. And then when he finished the match, he blew a kiss at MJF. So he's clearly fucking with MJF. He destroyed the Butcher. It was a great match. They were going back and forth with each other, but in the end, Butcher ate 4 of those Symphony power bombs. Oh yeah. And he didn't come out to his music because MJF wouldn't let him. Still heard Wardlow in the back. What you think about that? I love this.
I was thinking, you know, it was really good. I like the build up. I like how they did it. Like, there was always this thing in the back of my mind of, is this going to be like the standard? Okay, you know, the guy gets mistreated, does the turn, you know, they have a feud, you know, feuds over, move them up along, you know. And yes, it is that, but they're doing it in a more unique way that I've seen before. Like, you know, yes, have they ever, you know, had security, you know, meet somebody at the door, you know, before? Not AEW, but just wrestling in general. Yes.
Sure.
Have they put handcuffs on and walked them to the to the ring? No. Did they put handcuffs on them and walk them out the building? No. This whole thing of how it's culminating, I'm liking it because it's really establishing Wardlow as a solo entity. And that's going to put him in position for that eventual title run that may come a year down the line. And him beating MJF, who, you telling the story, he's literally helped him win all of his biggest matches.
Exactly.
Yeah. And Wardlow now beats him. Like, yeah.
And I think that he's gonna get Sean Spears first. And then he's gonna get MJF, because they can't even say the Pinnacle anymore, because there is no more Pinnacle. FTR is gone.
Oh yeah, that's right.
FTR is not part of the Pinnacle anymore. They didn't like what he was doing with Wardlow, and they ended up going their own way. They got rid of Tully. They went face. Yeah.
I hear they're supposed to get Bret Hart.
Oh.
Yeah, I heard Bret Hart's supposed to be their new manager.
I didn't know that. Listen, I saw the breakdown of the Pinnacle not long after the Inner Circle broke, but I'm like, yeah, without the Inner Circle there, the Pinnacle really has no feud. So, you know.
No, they got feuds. It's just because I think that it was created in contention with the Inner Circle, but they could have used them because, you know, you still have well, they're not Jurassic Express anymore, but you still have those three members, you know, Jungle Boy, Luchasaurus, Christian Cage. You still got uh Team Taz. You still got the Elite. You got Jericho's Appreciation Society, whatever.
You're right. There's more factions, but I guess they couldn't figure out a storyline for them, and maybe they realized that the characters they had in this faction would, at this point in their careers, work better on their own. And I think it's true, because as soon as FTR stepped out of the Pinnacle, boom, they're back in the limelight.
Mm-hmm.
That match they had against the Briscoes. What?
Yeah. You know what, though? Not getting off of FTR. Well, yeah, kind of getting off of FTR. I will be happy, and I know this will make you happy, when they finally stop doing these team battles with Santana and Ortiz, and just finally give them, because it's like, all right, if they're not with Jericho, they're with Kingston. If it's like they're with somebody in some type of a team battle, and it's like, all right, we've seen that enough. Give them the daggone title.
Proud and Powerful don't.
Oh, you know what the messed up part is? I'm sitting up in here trying my damnedest not to cuss on your damn podcast, and you did threw like every F-bomb in the world. I need to stop holding myself back.
I've been telling you, my podcast is rated R.
Look, everybody's joint is different, so I literally sometimes I'll say something like, "Oops, oh my bad," and they'll be like, "Oh yeah,
cuss away." You can fucking say whatever the fuck you want, because I have a potty mouth and a half, and there's no way that I can control myself. Sometimes I go on other people's show and I'll drop an F-bomb, and I'm like, oh, I don't think I've ever heard them curse on this show. Well, that's one. And I mean, you know, I don't do it on purpose, but that's how I talk. Yeah. So no, be free, my friend.
Indeed. I will. From now, I will spread my wings.
Yes, spread those wings. Spread them. Let's talk about CM Punk versus Dustin Rhodes. You know, what do I say? This was a great match. I'll say that. This was a great match. These guys went hard, and you know, Dustin Rhodes is not a spring chicken. He's 53. CM Punk's not a spring chicken either. He's in his, I think mid to late 40s, mid 40s.
About 43, 44.
Yeah. Okay. So mid 40s. So, and yet here they are doing something incredible. Now, I wasn't super looking forward to the match per se. But I was impressed. I was, it entertained me. I was happy I saw it, when it was over. And it makes me happy that Dustin Rhodes is still wrestling, because he still wrestles really well. And his Canadian Destroyer is phenomenal.
Yeah. I knew it was going to be just a great veterans match. Both of them, I knew it was going to be a good match, because Dustin knows how to tell a story. CM Punk knows how to tell a story. They're both big on psychology. And it was everything that I expected it to be. Just a great match between two grizzled veterans going at it. And I knew CM Punk was going to win, but I thought it was going to be clean, but it was good too, because it made it seem like, he put respect on Dustin by saying, hey man, I couldn't get him for, the GTS. So I had to go ahead and just roll him up, so it was a good story told match.
I always like how AEW tries its hardest not to kill how over a wrestler is by how they do certain finishers. Like if they want a certain wrestler who's extremely over to lose, they'll usually use dirty tactics. So it could be oh, he lost, but they cheated. That's why he lost, and things like that. And the thing with CM Punk versus Dustin Rhodes, yes, I really did not believe Dustin was going to eat a GTS. I was like, that would not make this match end the way that I think it's going to end, which is how it ended. And with total respect for one another. But seeing the roll-up thing, I was like, you know what? Usually I'm not a fan of roll-ups, but it worked really well with this one because of the story that they were telling. So it was great. Hi, MJF Scarf. Thank you for joining us.
But you know what? the good thing about AEW is they don't abuse roll-ups, as well as like I'm not sure if you well, you do play games, but you play like 2K, like WWE 2K.
My husband plays it, so I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, well, you know how they
sports games.
Got you.
I like shooters, but not sports games.
Still waiting for you to come out of retirement so you can go ahead and get this win, Squish. Where you at? Wait, don't be looking around.
I'm not
still looking at you. I had to beat that game in the name of Squish because she couldn't
finishing it.
All right, but anyway, like WWE, you know how WWE 2K has like finishers and then they got their signature moves?
Yes.
So the thing that I like about on Dark and Elevation is like when a big star is facing like one of the enhancement talents, like they'll beat them with the signature move, not the full finisher move. So it's like you'll see Ricky Starks beat somebody with a spear, but you know he hits you with the Rochambeau.
Yes.
So, you know, and Hobbs would just spine bust you instead of, you know, torture racking you or whatever. So like I love how they do it in that way of saying like, hey, I don't have to hit you with my craziest move to beat you. And so even with and even with the CM Punk and Dustin Rhodes, it was like, okay, you're both very well versed, incredible wrestlers. You know, you have to be on top of your game to beat these people. And for CM Punk to say like I could not get him with that GTS. I had to roll him up and like survive that one. Same thing with Wardlow. He survived that one. Like he was literally dying that match.
Yeah, Butcher put a beating on him, but I knew that it was going to end with Wardlow beating up Butcher and giving him a bunch of power bombs. I knew it.
I didn't think it was going to be that easy.
No, and it wasn't. No.
I mean, like the power bumps, he was lifting them up pretty easy.
Oh, yeah, he was like a rag doll.
Yeah. I thought it was going to be like a little, okay. Like a little struggle. He said, nah.
Wardlow be doing deadlifts. He's getting that weight up. Getting that weight up. That deadlift. Like this all day like this. Look, I know you can't see my shoulders. Here we go. Like this all day for them traps. Okay.
Lord.
All fucking day. 500 pounds on his hands right here. He's just all day. That's why his traps look like two baby heads. So
two baby Yodas.
Exactly. Hook made his Dynamite debut, which was awesome. I like Hook.
Wait. Can I say this real quick? Yes. I'm not seeing what everybody else sees in this Dan Houser guy. I just don't. I don't know what I'm missing with this guy. All
right. So Dan Houser. I don't know what's the draw is either, but I think whenever he became that popular to draw that many fans and sell that much merch happens at a point in time or during a time that I was not watching wrestling. He clearly has a following. People love this guy. And I'm actually pretty excited to finally fucking see him wrestle because I know he's a wrestler, which a lot of people I don't think a lot of people even realize that at this point because
at first I didn't think he was a wrestler. I thought he was a fucking comedy act. But I mean, like, I just thought that he was like the little clown that like the Sandman at the Apollo. Like I thought he was that. Yeah, I thought he was that motherfucker. But I mean, like
the Sandman.
I mean, but he's apparently a wrestler. So if he impresses me, like I think it was the same thing I had with Orange Cassidy. At first, I didn't really see the appeal of Orange Cassidy until he was in the ring. So maybe it might be the same.
I think that he's not going to be anything ridiculously special, but his character.
He better be.
I don't think his moves. What I'm saying is, I don't think his moves.
No, that's what I mean. He better be. For me, at least.
He might have one or two things he pulls out his butt, like Orange Cassidy does with like the orange punch and the beach break, which is a pretty cool fast move. But I've seen one or two matches of Dan Housing's, and his moves are pretty basic. I think what keeps him going is his character.
Personality.
Yeah. And sometimes that will do. And thank you, Dominican Lou. I did not know that his leg was broken, but I believe his first match in AEW is going to be against Hook. Maybe on
Which
Dark.
means he's gonna lose.
Of course he's going to lose.
He's not beating Hook.
Of course he's going to lose. Hook hasn't lost yet, and he's not gonna. Hook is going to win every match for the time being.
Yeah. Wait, so is Dan Houser like this, like AEW Santino Marella?
Who's Santino Marella again?
The dude from WWE that he did the little cobra crap with his hand.
I don't think so. If anybody in the room,
y'all let me know. Like, is Dan Houser like Santino Marella?
Yeah, is Dan Houser like Santino Marella in WWE? To address this, when you say flashcards, Blackheart, do you just mean like blank paper? All right, so here it is. See, he's a comedy act. He's a comedy act that can wrestle. So he's more comedy than wrestling, basically. So
yeah, that was Santino Marella, or R-Truth now,
or who?
R-Truth.
R-Truth, and he's still in WWE. This guy. Oh, see, that's why I don't know who he is.
Yeah, you like see, like me, I only watch a little bit these days, but you don't watch none.
And it's not out of like, oh, I don't want to see it. It's just,
oh no,
my time constraints are crazy. I love.
No. See, look, it's about when your time constraints is crazy, you're gonna put what's most exciting to watch over what's and I'm sorry, every week that show be mid.
If I have 5 hours a week to dedicate to shows, I'm gonna give 3 to AEW with Dynamite and Rampage, and the other 2 is gonna go to a movie that I'm probably gonna watch with my husband. So you know, Batman? We're not done watching it, so I don't want any spoilers. It's a 3
I fell asleep.
movie. Oh, okay. It's a 3-hour movie, and we got through 2 hours. We still got to finish it. Please, no spoilers, people.
Ain't that something? Y'all doing this by part 1, part 2, part 3? Like, what the?
That's how adulting is. This is what it's like to be an adult. You can't sit through 3 hours of a movie because you got to go to sleep.
No, see, I stay up, but it's like I made it through about 35 minutes and passed out. And it wasn't because it was boring or anything. It was just
tired.
Nah, I was smoking.
I was smoking too.
Toast up.
So yeah, it made me pass out. Okay. The main event is here. The main event. We're gonna talk about it real quick. But before we do, please, if you're not already subscribed, hit that subscribe. If y'all in the room, hit that like. Drop me a comment. And if you're not subscribed to my boy right here, please, the link's in the description. Midnight EXP 17. I'm never
so proud of you.
Now. I'm never gonna forget it. You don't know how much I practice that. Anyway,
this has got to be our 8th show together, and like you finally got it.
It only took a year, a whole year. Right? And the thing is, that's every social media. That's the name of his YouTube. So you cannot be like, I couldn't find it. All right. And when you do, make sure you subscribe. And please, as Dominican Lou said earlier, go pick up the album. I want to find the thing. Let me see if I can find it again so I can put it back up here. Donde está the all right, I'm gonna keep looking for it.
Yeah. Because the moment that you type in Midnight EXP 17, it's like my door just opens for you and I just say
yes. Yes. Okay. And in that case, there's no reason why anybody can't go in there, follow, subscribe, check out the album. I can't find the comment, but check out the album, y'all. Can you tell them the name of the album again?
It's called Majestic. And I will. It should be already posted within my bio, or if it's not, just go on my SoundCloud on my bio I'm gonna repost it anyway because I repost it every day anyway. And we'll have that. Oh, and I guess Dominican Lou was asking you how you felt about Dalton Castle.
Who?
Okay.
Did that answer your question?
Didn't
do nothing for me, so we're gonna see. We're gonna wait and see what else he has. But I was not.
You wasn't impressed?
No.
Wait,
I'm a tough shell to break. Sometimes I'm a tough egg to break. But
Wait, so how'd you feel about who he was facing? Why am I blanking on his name now?
Hold on, let me search.
It
might come up if y'all remember who he faced, because I can't remember.
I know he's the squid dude. I can't. Why am I forgetting his name? I remember his wife, Jordan Grace. I rember her way more than I remember.
Oh, Jonathan Gresham.
Yeah, how'd you feel
about
it?
Okay. First of all, the Ring of Honor card was great. And I am a fan of Jonathan Gresham. I absolutely do like Jonathan Gresham. Now, Dalton Castle's character is great. He's so flamboyant. I love it. He comes out, he's who he is. He has his 2 boys.
Yeah, like 18 of them people out there.
So, well, he had 2 on the ringside.
Oh, yeah.
So I was like, okay, all right. But some in-ring moves were very sloppy to me. And I was like, this is so weird. And then he fucking concussed him. He concussed Jonathan Gresham. So, or there was a concussion scare. And it was like right away. It was like right in the beginning. Hey, Kofi, what up? Yeah.
I was going to ask you if I wasn't sure if this this wasn't a really good showing for Jonathan Gresham to me.
It sucks because Jonathan Gresham is actually he's
really good.
But to go up against Dalton Castle, get injured, and then for the match to be a little sloppy and not on his end, because Jonathan Gresham isn't sloppy. I've seen his other matches. It really left me wanting more, or not wanting anymore, or needing to see a little bit more before agreeing that Dalton Castle is worth watching.
But it wasn't even just that. Like, I know that Jonathan Gresham is great, but I was like, I felt like his move set for AEW, at least what he chose to show at that match, wasn't the right thing, because it made him seem a little dull. Like he was just he's doing a lot of rest holds, a lot of and he's a lot better at showing that and a lot more aggressive when he usually does it, but it seemed very tame. And maybe that could have been the concussion, maybe.
Because he did look a little off when he stood up. Even when he was down there, he was like, oh, and I know they always do that, but sometimes you can tell if they're just selling, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, and I couldn't tell, honestly. He was a little bit lower energy after he got up.
Yeah.
But when I saw the news reports about how it's that he was concussed, or it seemed as though he was concussed, I was like, well, that makes all the sense in the world, because something was a little off. But yeah, that was all.
Let me ask you this though. How you feel about that big, tall Middle Eastern dude? I can't remember his name.
Something Singe.
Yeah.
I mean, look,
they have a market, I guess.
For India, which I believe is what the reason why he is here.
No, Off the Top Ropes. I haven't reached out to you. I just found out about this today.
Listen, he is. That's so funny. There's a whole conversation about the game in the chat.
Yeah, I saw it.
Listen, I do not need to see him. I'm trying to be nice.
Well, it's Courtney called him Great Khali 2.0.
Oh my God, get off my TV. That's what she says. Get off my TV. Look, I'm always the kind of person that says, I'm, good for them. They got a job. Good for them. They're employed. Good for them. They're on TV. Good for them. They made it. Like, that's how I honestly 100% feel. Even with people like Julia Hart, right? Or even like Ruby Soho, who are not like anywhere near on my list of people that I
Ruby
want to see.
Soho would be better if she would stop losing 90% of the match and catching fluke wins.
Or if she was just better. Anyway.
But she's one of the people. No, but she's one of the people with the characters that people get behind. So, I mean, she has a character.
Her in-ring is super sloppy. Her move, No Future, is whack. That's her finisher. I don't know, man. I need more. Ruby ain't doing it for me. You know, I
think for her character, she needs to be more aggressive.
Definitely. And actually like stick her moves, because her moves look like she's flowing into them. Like, if you're gonna throw a forearm into somebody, stick it. Stick the forearm.
That's that WWE. I think she still got to get that WWE style off of her, because that's how they use. That's how they do it. They don't stick you. They don't stick you. They just.
We're not dancing. But anyway, like I was saying, even though I always say, and I wish the best for everyone, there are some people that I can do without personally for me, that I don't need to see on my TV. There's so many people on this roster that I don't get to see that I do like, that I wish I could see more of. So when my TV time is taken up with people that I don't care for, I just go, wish it would have been X, or I wish it would have been Y. You know what I mean? So, that's what I feel. That's how I feel about Cinch.
He's not for. I don't think he's for us. He's for that market, and so they're using him and Sanjay Dutt to bring in that Indian market. And if they do, cool. But I don't think much like the American market really cares too much for him. Like, he doesn't have a badass look, or I don't know. Like, it's not like Lance Archer, who is like big, monstrous, and looks dope. Like,
right.
He just looks like,
okay. Yes. And that's gonna be, since you said Lance Archer, that's gonna be Wardlow's next challenge. Oh, I'm so excited. And I know we haven't talked about the main event. We got to do it really quick because my show's gonna go over. But FTR is gonna go up against each other in the Owen Hart tournament. Now, there's a lot of people who are like, what would they do?
Wait, say that again? You said FTR is about to go against each other.
Yeah, Cash Wheeler and Dax Harwood are going to face each other for the Owen Hart tournament. Yes. And so,
oh, wow.
Yes. So when that was announced, I was like, oh my God, that's going to be amazing. Because these
Have we ever seen that before? I don't think
I've never seen it. If it's ever happened, I've never seen it. I've seen the Lucha Bros go against each other, and it was phenomenal. But I've never seen FTR go against each other. Their styles, like, they wrestle exactly the same. They look the same. Their bodies are built exactly like, it's like the same person wrestling each other. And can you tell how excited I am? Like, I am so into FTR after they left the Pinnacle, because they have just been giving me phenomenal matches. And it started with the Briscoe match. So to FTR. So we're getting that. So
I can't wait. I cannot wait for that AEW New Japan
Forbidden Door pay-per-view.
That's going to be incredible. And I need my man Keith Lee and Swerve to go against some, but I was going to say, like, if you did wanted an instant banger, but I know he's already going against Adam Cole, Ishii, because Ishii and Keith Lee had a match about 6 years ago. Blew the roof off the joint.
Oh, this is thank you, Dominican Lou. Yes, I read about that. Bret Hart and Owen Hart did that. It's a homage to them.
See, that's why Bret Hart gonna be their manager. See, it's puzzle pieces.
The pieces are falling into place, so it makes sense. The Forbidden Door pay-per-view, which is AEW crossover with New Japan Pro Wrestling, is going to be on June 26th on a Sunday, unfortunately on a Sunday. So everybody take your Mondays off. Take
Mm.
take June 27th off from now, because that pay-per-view is going to probably be one of the highest selling AEW pay-per-views, bar
Oh,
none.
indeed. But like, I wouldn't say by fault, possibly, maybe,
Oh yeah.
because I mean, their
Oh
MG,
yeah.
their Double or Nothing, their Madison Square Garden was huge. But this is, I think, something everybody's been waiting for like
Yeah.
3, 4
Well,
years,
it's
3
3
years
plus
now.
years, and now it's going to happen. So, man, I'm all for it. All right. And finally, the coffin match between Andrade El Ídolo and Darby Allin. And this was the only match that when I predicted it wrong. I did have Andrade winning. And yes, a lot of people are going to be like, why would you ever pick Andrade when it's a coffin match? Like, clearly Darby was going to win. But see, I was thinking of let's not make it so obvious, right? Andrade keeps losing to Darby and to Sting. Why? Why does he keep losing?
No, he beat Darby last time.
Did he beat? Okay, see, I didn't remember that. Well, then, there goes my theory. But anyway, before the match was over, I'm going to say the match was probably like a minute in. I was texting Anna and I said, I predicted that Andrade is going to win, but I think this is what's actually going to happen. And I told her, I was like, Andrade is going to whoop Darby's ass the whole match. Mm-hmm. I didn't predict that Sting was going to come out and that Mark Quinn was going to come out. I didn't predict these people getting involved, even though all that was legal. And then I said that Darby was going to super coffin drop Andrade into the coffin. The coffin was going to fall into another coffin, and there was going to be another coffin. And that's how I told her in the message that I left her.
Well, they have an inception of coffins?
A coffin and a coffin within a coffin. It's like one of those dolls that when you open it up, there's another one inside.
Oh, yeah.
There's
just a bigger one to a little one?
Yes. And so, okay, it is Singe, the big tall guy.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah. And the coffin had thumbtacks on the inside and whatnot. And Andrade ate the coffin and he got locked inside. His assistant came out, took off his shirt to show everybody I work out, and and just did that to get his ass handed to him because he got caught.
Yeah.
What did Darby do to him? He took his shirt off and got
Darby flipped him onto the tacks on the.
Yes, there you go.
Even though he missed a good 75% of it.
Most of it. He missed most
He wasn't trying to hit them things.
Like, don't take your shirt off if that's what you're going for. You know what I'm saying?
No, that was the impression he was supposed to land on those tacks and, make it more dramatic. I don't think he wanted to take them tacks. He was like, you know what? Nope.
He was like, I'm good. I just wanted y'all to see that I'll be working out. Over.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway,
I definitely thought that Andrade was winning.
You had him winning too.
Yeah, because he won the last one, and I figured that they were going to, because at some point they have to really start building Andrade. Like, okay, now he's literally just taking the place of where Matt Hardy was, and it's like. Yeah, you're just okay. Now you're the leader of this group, but it's like, and that's why I'm like, they got to bring these trios titles in. They got to.
They have to, because there's just way too many people on the roster, and they
have over 100 people.
Yeah, and not enough TV time and not enough belts for everyone. So a trios faction would be great. Before we go though, I have to ask you two things. So let's try to wrap this up. But
yep.
Ty and Sammy, what is your take on what's happening with them? Because right now they got so much fucking heat. I never imagined Sammy and Ty being booed the way that they're being booed. And it's all because of their public display of affection, specifically because he had, of course, gotten engaged on TV and only 2 months later popped out with Ty. But what do you think about this?
First of all, one, I think the men are mad because Ty was quote unquote single and now she's not.
And they all had chances with her.
Like, sure. Yeah, right. Just like they were all like, if you see all these crazy robot guys that was sitting there mad at Alexa Bliss for getting married, I'm like, are y'all okay? like, are y'all like touched or something? But it's like, Tay Conti went from a complete over the top baby face to now being booed. And Sammy was over, but I think it's just the fact that most of the men are booing. And then I think the women are booing because of the overly displays of affection.
Yeah, well, I like it. I like their relationship. I think it's so cute.
I don't have a problem with it.
Yeah.
But you know what I think the other mad thing about it is? They mad at a glow up. And I say it's a glow up because no disrespect to the other girl he was with. But come on now.
Yeah.
Like, you put her against Tay Conti. Yeah, right. Look, I said the moment that I saw Sammy's vlog and I saw Tay Conti showing up more and more, I was like,
you weren't the only one.
Yeah, like I was going in my mind. I said, dude,
Tone can say
when I look at the woman that you with, and you see this bad thing over here.
If we're only going on looks, if we're gonna be shallow about it, right, and just go on looks, which is
we're all shallow.
You can't like cover your eyes, then yes, obviously, right? But I just think that the blow up is happening more. Like the PDA is happening more and more and more, and it's in your face more on purpose because they were trying to keep it quiet and people just kept digging and calling them names and doing this. So they were like, oh, so no matter what we do, we're gonna get this. So then,
because if you look at it, it's like if you look at Tay Conti's profile, whatever, IG, whatever, before like pre Sammy, it's nothing but it's a lot of that. It's a lot of bikini pictures. All of these men are sitting up there with their tongues out going, ooh, ooh, ooh.
Yes.
And then once you got with Sammy, all of a sudden the hate came and they was mad as hell, because now
Yep. And it is
my man getting his in.
Yep. And he's happy. He said they do everything together. They live together, they wrestle together, and now they're trending together. And sure enough, Sammy and Ty was trending. Anyway,
they tried to make her out to be this home wrecker.
Like, she's not. Nobody seems to remember the post that she put very publicly that if Pam, who's his ex, disagreed with it, she could have seen it. She put Pam actually called them when they went public to see if they were okay because of all the hate that they were getting. Why would she call them? Why would she be concerned if she ended it badly with Sammy or if Sammy cheated on her? Why would she be
Because concerned? It's the perception of their mind of what they want to believe. They want to believe certain things so they can hate certain things. Like
it's easier to believe that Sammy was unfaithful. It's easier to believe that than to believe that Pam didn't want to get married, which is what I think happened.
Most of the men looked at it as most of the men looked at it as you took my fantasy away. And most of the women looked at it as, oh, well, now we're going to call you a home wrecker so we can hate you because you look the way you look.
And at the end of the day, nobody really knows what the fuck happened. So nobody can really sit there except for Ty and Sammy and Pam and say the truth. And if they have said what they
there was a petition?
Yes, I know. I do know there was a petition. I think it's dumb. Anyway, moving on from that, give me a yes or no answer. Do you want to see CM Punk dethrone Hangman Adam Page? Yes or no?
Damn. Oh, see, I know this is supposed to be quick. We got to wrap this up. Yes and no. Yes, because it's CM Punk. He's come back. He hasn't been champion in freaking 8 years or something like that. I would love to see a CM Punk title run. No, because I kind of want to see Keith Lee get it. So
there you go. My answer is no. Not because I dislike CM Punk, but my answer is no. There are other talents like MJF who should be getting it first. And I think CM Punk should not be getting a belt because you're not building anything. You already have your career.
But wait a minute. Wait. If you give him a 3 to 4 month run, like he's still in his 40s, whereas MJF is still in his early 20s. So like MJF has plenty of time.
No for me. It is a no for me. Anyway, y'all, thank you everyone for joining again. Please hit that like, drop me a comment, subscribe if you're not subscribed. Check the link in the description. Make sure you follow Sunny Midnight at Midnight EXP 17 and go check out his album Majestic. And people, it was great. When you jump out of here, go jump on Off the Top Ropes podcast, because Courtney Holland and I are going head to head playing WrestleNary, which is Off the Top Ropes original trivia wrestling game. It's going to be about AEW, because if they talk about anything else, I won't really know what the fuck's going on. And so make sure you jump over there. And when you do, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you, people. It's been great. Love, peace, and a lot of wrestling. Have a good night. Thank you, Sunny. I appreciate you.
All
you got to come back on.
Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure. All day.
All right,
Love,
y'all.
peace, and sight.
Bye.